The Muslim Congress TMC Committee on Social Mobility, the Economy and Politics has called on the federal government to take urgent and decisive steps to tackle Nigeria's worsening security and economic challenges. The call was made on Saturday, July 11, 2026, during a State of the Nation address delivered by Secretary General Azan Taiwo Adesina at a press conference in Lagos State.
State of the Nation Address, Series 31, by the Muslim Congress Committee on Social Mobility, the Economy, and Politics.
The committee commended security agencies for the successful rescue of abducted pupils and teachers in Oyo State, while urging authorities to ensure the arrest and prosecution of terrorists, their collaborators, and sponsors. It also condemned the mob killing of Umulikari Aliu in Kaduna State, describing jungle justice as a grave threat to the rule of law and the nation's justice system.
Dismantling terror networks and securing enduring peace. As we survey the state of our nation, we must address the dark cloud of insecurity that continues to stifle our collective peace. While we commend the government and our dedicated security forces for their renewed efforts, it is imperative to shift from reactive measures to a lasting solution-based approach that tackles the root causes of this menace.
On the economy and environment, the committee advocated sustainable solutions to recurring floods and called for greater transparency in the management of funds allocated for flood control. It also criticized the slow reduction in fuel prices despite the decline in global crude oil prices, urging relevant regulatory authorities to intervene in order to ease the hardship faced by Nigerians.
Today, even though global crude prices have plunged by about 40% since February, the prices at our local filling stations remain stubbornly high. Meanwhile, Nigerian workers who are already drowning in skyrocketing inflation and trying to survive on a monthly minimum wage of 7,000 naira while spending thousands daily just to commute have been thrown a mere insulting 10% reduction. This is no longer just an economic issue. It is a matter of basic survival. We cannot sit by and allow unchecked profiteering to dictate the price of a commodity that drives the cost of everything else, from the food we eat to our healthcare and transport. We are therefore calling on the government and regulatory authorities to step up immediately. The vulnerable public cannot fight this battle alone. It is time to protect the people, not the profiteers.
The group also faulted the recent Court of Appeal ruling on the use of hijab in schools, insisting that the judgment undermines the constitutional right of freedom of religion. It maintained that the matters should be challenged at the Supreme Court for a final determination.
The recent Court of Appeal ruling, delivered by a split decision of 2-1, represents a troubling retreat from the protection of constitutionally guaranteed freedoms and a direct assault on the religious identity of Muslim children. To hinge the entirety of a child's constitutional right to religious expression on the narrow technicality of an institution's funding structure, declaring a school private simply because it does not receive government subventions, is to sacrifice genuine constitutional protection for the sake of a shallow administrative classification, especially when that institution operates on public university land under public academic oversight. This reasoning ignores the clear mandate of Section 38 of the 1999 Constitution, which does not qualify its protection based on who writes a subvention check, and dangerously implies that fundamental rights can be waived by a child or guardian signing an admission code of conduct, a doctrine that will render every discriminatory institutional rule immune from challenge.
The address was followed by an interactive session, during which journalists sought clarification on issues relating to security, the economy, governance, and religious rights. Members of the committee responded to the various questions raised.
So, on the issue of insecurity, one of the ways through which this can be reduced or eradicated in our society is that the government should provide job opportunities for youth. Some of these people, they are not gainfully employed. So when youth capacity are developed and they are gainfully employed, they will not be easy for those that want to recruit them to this kind of crime.
The state and local governments, they have the responsibility of enlightening first the parents about the adverse effect of drug in the society. To enlighten teachers. The students and children are very close to them. They are close to parents. They are also close to teachers. They also have the responsibility of making work their agencies to enlighten people, to do jingles, letting people know the effects of
The Secretary
drugs.
General concluded by urging government at all levels to implement people-centered policies capable of addressing the country's pressing challenges, calling on Nigerians to remain committed to peace, justice, and national development. Olamilekan Yekin, Clear TV News.